I don't know if it's my knowledge expanding or what, but there's so much I learned from this last section, or module, I guess. Um, and I can really see how these ideas keep building and building upon each other. I'm learning so much, so grateful for that. So the things that really stood out to me this time around was in the module were the steps of replication, expansion, transition, and so forth. But more importantly, I thought what was really interesting um, wasn't so much replication, because that kind of makes sense. I feel like that's common knowledge. If you know anything about business, you would understand what replication calls for. But what was really interesting to me was the idea of expansion and transition. With expansion, take for instance the noodle case. Um, he said in the video that the Noodles and Company um, only scaled the restaurant as they increased their finance, and that's an interesting idea. Uh, and this idea of expansion, of how to make sure new products don't cannibalize products in the market, in the existing market, was something that I think a lot of people sometimes take for granted, which is kind of a double negative because you think about it. Yeah, well, of course you're going to be taking shares away from your already in place product, but I don't think they really take that into account all that importantly in analyzing that. Lastly, is this clarity, replication, control, and red tape in entrepreneur, and in vice versa, creativity, definition, delegation, control, and basics. I feel like in the church, we learn a lot of this, and it almost comes natural to us when we get into the world because it's been ingrained from us, especially the boys. Well, even the girls too, with their Young Women Valiants and awards. This idea and all these things essentially lead us to understand entrepreneurship very well, and I feel like a lot of what comes naturally to us is because of the structure and the teachings of the gospel of Jesus Christ.